Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Are You Sure NFL podcast. My name is Nick, and who am I joined by?
Nate. Logan.
Noah.
And today we're going to be discussing various NFL news topics, getting into a brand new game that we have come up with, and then we will finish off with our NFC West breakdown. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Who would like to start us off?
I'll start. So a trade that happened this week was Wanye Morris. He went to the Falcons. He's a tackle, and he was on the Chiefs.
What did he go for?
I don't know exactly. It was late picks, though.
Yeah, I mean the Chiefs kind of... They got Josh Simmons, and their O-line is interesting. They've been kind of having a revolving door the last couple of years.
They lost Jawan Taylor, too.
Yeah, yes. Oh yeah. Well, Jawan Taylor is kind of a terrorist on the O-line, I'm not going to lie.
But I like the trade for the Falcons. They got him for a very low cost, and it's a good fix for
He's
this
a swing
O-line.
tackle, isn't he?
I think so.
It's a good
upside,
I guess.
He's definitely going to be the starter.
He's still pretty young.
Yeah, I know, and it's just a good. He's a solid dude to have on this line.
It's a low risk move. So.
Yeah,
exactly. And
for a team like the Falcons, where it's like we have no idea what to expect from them, this is a floor raising move in my opinion.
I agree.
Nate, do you have anything to say?
No, you said it all.
Oh, okay. So I guess that's.
Look, that's a shorter topic to talk about.
I guess the news hasn't been as insane this week.
Who retired that Logan was talking about last week?
Caleb McGarry retired, which that kind of opens the door for you to pick up another. And I like it's low cost
competition too, even in the worst case scenario. The next thing I want to talk about is Sean Payton gets extended by the Broncos for a 5-year extension, which I think Sean Payton, he's been fantastic. He obviously won a Super Bowl in New Orleans, but he's only ever won one Super Bowl, and honestly, I feel like some of the Broncos' success last year was kind of in spite of Sean Payton. It was really that defense carrying the team, and it felt like at times that offense was a liability almost.
Going back, the trade to pick up Sean Payton, though, was such a good move. I remember it being such a 50-50. Like, people either loved it or hate it when they traded for him from the Saints. It was a first and a second, correct?
No, just a first.
It was a
first, I think, was conditional second if he got fired or something.
Either way, I think everyone was like, they just traded a first-round pick for a retired head coach. Yeah. And, I mean, looking at it from that point of view, it's like, that doesn't make too much sense.
But at the time, didn't they know they were going to take Bo Nix, going into that draft?
I don't know. That wasn't his first season, though.
No, Sean Payton was before Bo Nix, wasn't it?
Sean Payton replaced Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah, the year before.
And
so I think they knew they had the idea they were going to go get a young QB.
And that's one of the smartest moves that we've seen in terms of coaching in the past, probably,
I do think Sean Payton immediately brought a winning culture to this team.
Definitely.
But you have to extend them. I mean, they went from not a great team. They've won
absolutely
AFC Championship. Haven't they made the playoffs back-to-back years now? Multiple 10-plus games. You have to extend.
You have it in 5 years because this team is. They would have made the Super Bowl if Bo Nix didn't.
Break his ankle. Yeah.
They the thing is, I think they would have had a better shot at winning that game than the Patriots did. Because going into that game, everybody knew the Patriots had no shot at beating the Seahawks.
And now they acquired Jalen Waddle, and this offense has just built up more. I mean, this is going to be a great team to watch this year.
The Broncos, I think, they should be aiming to repeat as the 1 seed. I don't think anybody in the division did enough to be better than they have.
Yeah, I think they
who did they even lose on defense? Did they even lose anybody?
Didn't they lose Greenlaw? But he barely played, I think.
They lost Greenlaw back to the Niners.
Yeah, but Greenlaw did not.
That's pretty much it.
So it's barely
an off-ball linebacker is one of the cheapest and easiest positions to replace in football. So I have to say, I do think the Broncos are probably at very least top 3 Super Bowl favorites in the AFC. The NFC is a little bit different.
I also think this is a testament to his development of Bo Nix, because if he was the 6th QB taken off that board that year, I mean, he was viewed as maybe the second, of the first round tier. Obviously, he was a great prospect because he went first round, but of the 5 to 6 QBs that were first round, he was viewed as the worst or second worst. It was him or JJ McCarthy.
And I mean, there's a lot of Bo Nix haters, and I would say I'm one of them. But even I must admit that Bo Nix, he's pretty damn good.
I mean, if you're a Broncos fan, you can't ask for anything more from a guy that was drafted in the teens as a QB. I mean,
and they have the perfect situation out in Denver. They got the perfect coaches. They got the right players, and I think it's a matter of time before they're either. I'd say it's a matter of time before they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's more of a one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like the last 10 years of AFC contenders has just been so disappointing. It's like once the Patriots dynasty came crashing down, then the Chiefs dynasty came rising up. The only team out of the last 10 years that wasn't the Patriots or the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl was the Bengals, and they lost anyway. But I just feel like the last decade of AFC football with Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, all those guys. It's been incredibly disappointing to me.
Yeah.
But maybe this can finally break the monopoly of the Chiefs and the Patriots. But what do we have next?
Yeah, well, staying in the AFC West, we have news from Kansas City. This is probably the most interesting news on this list. The Patrick Mahomes has had his contract reworked.
It was like $62 million a year.
Well, it added 2 years onto his contract.
Yeah.
And from that makes the total value of his contract over $500 million. It's the first contract ever to be valued over $500 million. I believe the exact number is like $504 million in total now for his contract.
His contract, I know for originally he had I want to say it was really long. It was like 6 years. It was 6 years, like 4. I just know the total was $450 million. So it's like, it's not adding that much. It's adding like.
And he's locked up until the 2033 season.
It's backloading because the Chiefs need to contend to win now. They need to win with Mahomes.
They do need to win, especially in these next couple of years, because let's be real here. Like, this is probably Kelsey's last year.
Well, and
Probably this is
much
last
better
year.
at this point.
I'd also like to point out that Mahomes hasn't been injury prone, but he's starting to get injured way more than
And he hasn't been as much of a face of the entire league as he was in like 20.
I say he was even. Yeah, I'd say
I feel
he
like these
was
last couple of
underrated
years,
last year.
you're paying for the name brand of Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, I wouldn't even say over the last like 3 or so years has been anything more than like a top 10 quarterback.
Can you get back to that?
I'd actually
touchdown
say
a year caliber
the
player?
last 2 years he was massively overrated. He was not playing up this year.
I would say ever
since
since Eric Bieniemy left.
yes.
When Matt Nagy became the offensive coordinator, that was what, 2022, 2023. That is
the 23. Was
yeah,
it? Yeah.
23 was the start of the downfall. Maybe having Eric Bieniemy back can help him out a little bit.
I want to say before he got injured this year, I thought he was like really underrated. He was playing like the best he's played in like 4 years.
He was playing very good.
Yes,
but at the end of the day, his play style is not sustainable. Now that he's on the drafted in 2017,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just in such a weird spot. I mean, when you look at it,
they should not be.
Are they contending or are they like what?
They're competing off Mahomes.
Think about it. Who's their best first round pick from the last couple of years? It has been bum after bum after
They were
bum.
hilarious.
I mean, I'd say Josh Simmons.
Josh Simmons, I guess.
He's-
Oh no, it was. Well, I was gonna say it's the guy they traded to the Rams. Now, his name.
Trent
McDuffie.
McDuffie.
McDuffie. Yes, I don't know why. But now he's gone.
Yeah,
This
now
guy they traded to the.
I could not remember his name.
Oh
So.
my
But no, yeah. I mean, McDuffie or Trent. I mean, I'd say McDuffie because Simmons is still like really young,
Josh Simmons is still young.
McDuffie
He
was-
still has
Yeah.
injury
and we've
concerns.
seen McDuffie be.
And McDuffie was drafted 4 years ago now.
But that doesn't make
So-
up for all the other draft picks they had. They took
Yeah.
like Felix Onyedike,
Yeah,
Uzama.
just they're good at reaching for players. I mean, I don't think Karlaftis was that bad in the first round.
Karlaftis wasn't that
I
bad.
think
It's just
He's
pretty
played
basic.
more like a second round pick in my opinion, but I
Yeah.
mean,
He
it was
hasn't
late.
played
There's
bad.
also
I'd
Carl
say.
Aftis, I think, has been a playoff contributor. He
I just
usually
feel
shows
like
up in
this
that
team
playoff.
has not been adding much to the draft. I mean, even what you would say is their hits. Trent McDuffie's been traded now. Josh Simmons has injury problems. Rasheed Rice is always having off the field
They're
problems.
still competing though. I mean,
Yeah.
they signed Kenneth Walker this
That
offseason.
was
Kenneth Walker is a good signing because that running game might have been one of the worst I have ever seen ever since I've started watching football. That rushing attack was god awful last year. There's a reason Mahomes ended up tearing his ACL.
He had to do so much.
He had to be the rushing offense and the passing offense. That was the problem. But what do we have next?
We have Joe Bitonio retiring after how many years in the league?
He's stuck
double
with-
digits, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I want to
oh,
say it's
yeah.
like
He's stuck with the
14.
Browns.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
13, I thought. Yeah.
something like that.
Lots of respect. What a great guard. Like
If anybody can say clean
Respect for anyone. Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
respect for anyone. who played
Hey,
last
he
game
was-
for
hey,
13
it's like
years.
it was like right after Joe Thomas. No.
Batonio, wait, am I thinking of someone else? But Batonio, he ended with the Lions, correct?
No, you're thinking.
No,
No.
Antonio.
No, I know there is a guy.
There-
from the
maybe,
Bucks.
maybe not. Maybe I'm
Who is
thinking
it?
of someone else. But
Oh, there is. There's definitely someone. But either way, like Joel Batonio, I mean, he was good for so long.
He's
Madden
also so
franchise
long.
mode.
I mean, the way I feel about it is like he was very good in his career, but he's like on the vert, like Hall of Good.
Hall of very
Hall
good.
of
Yes.
really
Yes,
good.
Hall of Very Good. That's
Yeah,
what
but
Yeah,
he's
I
not
think
Hall.
he had like 3
Shout
or
out
4
to
Pro Bowl
the guys.
seasons, but
Yeah.
you need all pros. You need more than 3 Pro Bowls.
he never really like took that next step on like that Hall of Fame level. in
No,
my
he was more of
opinion.
a floor player. I mean, he after his peak where he was like a top, like I'd say like top 4 guard, he was consistent like around.
He
the bottom
did
of
start
the
to
top 10.
regress a little bit, but you still can't be that mad. I mean, you got over a decade of really good performance out of a guard, and that's one of the things that Cleveland, oddly enough, has been able to do right as a franchise, is that they generally have at least a decent offensive line, which is weird.
No, they always have one or two good players, and then
like Cleveland always has at least a solid offensive line, which is weird because usually the teams that are bad and stay bad is because of a horrible offensive line. Cleveland, they've just been completely inept at everything. So, what do we have next?
Next thing, going back to the Broncos, we're going to talk about Jonathan Cooper arrested for the second time in like a week?
Oh my lord!
Or like a couple weeks or something.
He got arrested for violating a previous probation or something like that.
Yeah,
but the bigger news I'd say is he's on trial right now for all that stuff, and he pleaded not guilty.
Phones on bigger and better things.
But we were just talking about the Broncos. I mean, this is
really much
worrisome.
This is worrisome. I mean, I don't think at the end of the day this cost them any more than 1 or 2 games, which I don't think is enough to screw them over, but it's still concerning that this team has been good for I guess you could say 2, but their contention window started last year, and now you've got an integral piece of that defense going out there, getting arrested. He's on trial now, and there must be something wrong with these AFC West players. I mean, you had the Raiders for so long, you have Rashee Rice on the Chiefs, and now you've got Jonathan Cooper on the Broncos.
And I guess bouncing off this a little bit, there's a little bit of Stephon Diggs news, similar. He's not going to get suspended by the league, which I think was expected, but there's still worry that something could happen with him.
League does not, dude. They do not punish you enough unless you murder someone, pretty much. At this point,
Henry Ruggs
or unless you gamble.
Oh no, I was gonna just say Henry Ruggs was
denied the AFC West.
Yes, that's what I said.
Oh, we didn't even have that written down. Let's talk about that. What was his? So
he got, was it 3 to 8?
No, it was 5. It was 5 to 8. And then he could apply for.
No, it was 3 to 8 because it's been 3 years.
It's been
3 years. No, it's 3 years.
Dude, it happened in 2020.
No, it happened in late 2021. Obviously, it takes a long time.
It was 5. It was 3 to 5 or 3 to 8.
It was 3 to 8.
3 years up, and he just got denied parole.
No, I think he can do it. I don't know how it works exactly, but I'm pretty sure you can do it every year.
Henry Ruggs, the seatbelt did not fit.
Yeah, but I think it starts after.
If we're being real, did anyone expect him to get out?
He was taking NFL workouts from his jail. Or was it NFL or was he just
I don't even know, but people
from the jail?
People were hyping him up, you should add him in your dynasty league. This happened with Michael Vick. The difference was that Michael Vick was in prison for 2 years and then he got out. Henry Ruggs, his entire game was built off speed. How was he meant to maintain that?
Career ended because of
prison.
Started and ended with
there's no way that people actually think he's coming back. I mean, it makes 0 sense.
No, it'll never.
He's also playing a position where very few people play into their 30s, and most of them, their game's built off route running, more skill-related things, and not athleticism.
And I just feel there's enough good receivers around the league that there's no point to signing Henry Ruggs.
Well, to be fair, I think the Raiders could use someone in that receiving.
Even if he came back, the league would give him.
Even if he came back to the Raiders,
there's no way he wouldn't get a suspension from the league.
He would get suspended from the league. First of all, second of all, even if you're a team with a shitty receiving room like the Raiders, would you rather play 28-year-old Henry Ruggs or would you rather play your young
Trey Tucker? Is literally just going to be the better version of current day.
Trey Tucker fills that same niche.
This is would he even be allowed back in the NFL?
No,
would the NFL just say, because there's no way that there's a suspension for killing people. I feel like it's almost you're permanently banned from the NFL. I don't think he would ever actually be able to be signed.
Let's make an alternate history episode. What if Aaron Hernandez lived on?
I mean, really, I think the only way you could possibly say he could come back was through a UFL. And even then, I don't think he's seriously good enough to play in the UFL anymore.
I mean, if we look
at sitting on his ass for how long?
I mean, if we look at the last major person I can remember the murder someone was Ray Rice, and he never played it down football again after that.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Do we have anything else?
And all right, let's start with our last news topic of the day. Jacoby Brissett has officially reported for minicamp.
Wow.
After all this contract dispute.
This
is the most absurd NFL controversy I've ever heard.
Keep in mind, he's still demanding his money. He just is showing up.
Well, because he gets fined if he doesn't.
Also if he doesn't show up, he's 100% losing his job. He asked that to Carson Beck. I mean, at some point,
if you lose to Carson Beck,
it's gonna happen anyways. But you at least have to try to fight.
If you lose the Carson Beck, your job to Carson Beck,
I don't see. What's the point of even playing Brissett this season? They'd be better off seeing what they have in Carson Beck.
Exactly.
And if he's terrible, you could just draft a QB.
Well, to be fair, Brissett wasn't bad last year. I mean, he was a little average.
Okay,
They
finished with the third pick in the draft.
Brissett,
but it wasn't his fault,
Brissett was a good fantasy quarterback because look at the Cardinals. They would go down like 30-7 in a game, and then Brissett would just pad his stats. And
that's why he wanted that big contract.
That's why he did.
Because my stats were.
He was such a stat padder, the likes of which we have not seen since Lions Matthew Stafford.
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean,
Lions Matthew Stafford money.
Overall.
Off half a season because Kyler was starting the first.
This is just not what you. I mean, this Cardinals front office. What is happening? I mean,
well,
you got this Josh Sweat situation going on. You have Jacoby. Exactly.
It's not their fault. Isn't it a new front office?
We'll get into the
new front office.
No, we'll get into the Cardinals later. But I think now is a good time we start playing our game.
Yes. So
why don't we explain it? What do we name this?
This game. You may have seen this before, but we're playing the panic meter game, I guess you could say. So basically, I'll be like your host or like your judge for this. And right here, I have 22 players, all numbered 1 through 22. Nick, Noah, and Nate are all gonna randomly pick a number, and behind each number is a player. They are gonna have to give on a scale of 1 to 10 what the number is on their panic meter for this player or coach. It's coaches also. So, like, let's just do an old example. Let's just say like Alex Smith after he broke his ankle or whatever. The panic meter of him would be a 10. Patrick Mahomes winning his first Super Bowl, his panic meter would be a 1. So just so you can kind of get the gist of the ranges of everything. But further ado, who wants to get started?
I'll start. Ladies first.
Pick a number. Well, pick a number 1 through 22.
We'll start off with 5, my lucky number.
Number 5, you have Kayvon Thibodeau.
Kayvon Thibodeau. I'm gonna say 7.
Can you explain that?
So Kayvon Thibodeau, I think his days with the Giants are there. He's on his latter days with the Giants. It's pretty clear and obvious that Brian Burns is a cornerstone of that defense, and Abdul Carter, they got to get more value out of him, even if there's been concerning reports or whatever. You drafted him 4th overall. They're going to have to get more value. So that kind of leaves Kayvon Thibodeau as the odd man out of those 3. Like, Thibodeau, he started off really good.
He was the top 5 pick, too.
No, he was 5 or 7?
He was number 5.
Was he?
5, yes.
Yeah, because Evan Neal was 7.
Yeah.
What a draft.
What a draft.
Thibodeau looked good like at first. He did.
Like Thibodeau, he had a really good start, but these last couple of years, it's just not been much.
And they drafted.
I'd say I'm a little bit of a Thibodeau defender. I
like Thibodeau, but in my opinion, like the panic meter, it's like, do I think they're going to be doing anything on the team? In my opinion, no. Thibodeau is going to get traded, whether it's before the season or at the deadline.
He reminds me of a little bit Chase Young a little bit.
Because isn't Thibodeau in his contract year right now?
Yeah. Yes. I want to see him get traded to a team who needs edge help.
Yes, I would love to. No, I don't want to see him on the Bears.
He's not bad.
The problem with Kayvon Thibodeau is that he's not going to be going to a team like the Bears because the Bears already have a bunch of money invested, and Ryan Poles has made that clear that unless he gets like an insanely good offer for an edge rusher, he's not going to pull the trigger. So that's why I just don't like Kayvon Thibodeau.
So what was your rating on the meter?
I give him a 7.
7? Okay, so let's go Noah next. Pick a number 1 through 22.
9.
How funny enough. Can we take our guess who number 9 is on the
9.
Mandy, you have Jake.
You did that intentionally.
You have Jake McCarthy. What's
your 11?
Wow. So maxing out the panic meter on JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. So his career might be over.
He got caught in the Madden trailer. He wasn't even starting in Madden.
Dude, what? Like, no. Actually, you get into this first.
Yeah. So the only people I think that have any hope in him,
Michigan fans and Owen Stenberg.
I don't even think Michigan fans think the same. I think
I know a couple of Michigan
fans. His wife even believes in him at this point.
I know a couple of Michigan fans who were on the JJ McCarthy.
Yes, I know them too.
They're exiting very quickly.
This is the guy. I think it was a couple weeks ago they interviewed him and Kyler Murray.
Like
He was
two
talking
kids in the
about two
classroom.
kids in the classroom, and Kyler's like, "Yeah, I'm pretty much like teaching him because it's my job."
Yeah.
And like O'Connell came out and said, "Yeah, Kyler's the man."
The captain of this team.
Yeah.
I mean, O'Connell pretty much, without saying it, said Kyler's starting. JJ will never be touching that field again, barring injury.
And if he can't even beat out Kyler Murray, what other team could he go to where he's gonna?
I mean,
take
the
his
Jets.
things up?
I mean, he
He
can
was
find
starting-
backup.
It's been 2 years, and he's got more interceptions than he does
The
touchdowns.
difference with-
He's got more games spent on fucking
IR.
injury reserve than he
Yeah.
does actually starting.
No, and the crazy, like, even someone like Zach Wilson, who was drafted very high, Zach Wilson at least is like a decent backup because he showed flashes. Yes, he was very bad most of the time. But
Hey,
occasionally
a
showed
good pro day,
flashes.
though.
Has JJ McCarthy shown any flashes
Or
outside
combine,
that
yeah.
week 1 game against
Not
the
really.
Bears? And even then, he played bad all up until that fourth quarter.
His first ever touchdown pass was to fucking Deshaun Wright. Let's not forget that.
And that's the hometown team.
Yes, I know. But
Okay, so Bandy, you give him a 10.
11, actually.
Okay, Nate, pick a number 1 through 22.
22.
22, you have Cole Kmet.
Are we talking about like his like playing time or like if is he gonna get traded?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
No,
this
like
one's
his-
a tricky.
like his
just your
season, like-
overall panic about it.
I mean, how he is as a player.
Yeah,
As a
like-
player, like a 4.
Yeah.
I'd agree with
Really?
you
Alright.
because I just
He's not gonna be the tight end 1 there because Colson Loveland's obviously better than him. He's gonna be there for blocking and occasional. Like we saw what he did in that Rams game. He caught that touchdown at the end.
I mean, he's a tight
he's
end.
not.
one on both
He's a
teams.
good tight end.
Yes.
He's just not gonna be the starter.
yeah
on
with
the
Cole
Bears.
Kmet. I think it works
But
for
he's so
both
crucial.
sides.
He's so crucial for that offense, though.
for the Bears.
He
yes.
is important for the offense. Obviously, he loves the Bears. He's loved the Bears since he was a kid. I think he's
He's
glad
an
to.
Illinois kid, yeah.
He is an Illinois guy, and I think he's fine with being that tight end too. Because in that Ben Johnson offense, it still means he gets a lot of receiving work.
I also
Dude,
feel like
he's gonna
though,
play like 60% of the snaps, which is a lot.
I feel like his meter should be higher than 4 just because
Not really.
of them drafting Sam Roush. They're opening the door to have a cheaper option to replace Cole Kmet.
That's very true because I think Kmet is a little overpaid, which I would say earlier in this offseason super overpaid. But now seeing how teams are treating blocking tight ends, I'm not so sure about it. And Kmet, he's a great
He's an
blocker,
amazing
so
blocker,
you
yeah.
can't go wrong with that. He's definitely better than Love.
I mean, there's a ton of NFL teams that would love to have him on there.
Yes, teams would love
Yes,
that.
on his role in the Bears, I'd say the meter could be higher, but as a player, he's done nothing wrong.
I'd say
This is just like on his overall
He's
like,
also-
season as a whole.
He's also shown that he can be a tight end 1. He put 800 yards one season. Like,
yeah, he did. But
I mean,
overall, I still think
yeah.
his career is going to be on a downward
To be
trend
fair,
from here on out.
talking about that contract, when they paid him that contract, they didn't have Loveland drafted yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So it looked like really cheap.
Kmet
for
can
him.
go to a team and be a tight end 1. But
Yeah.
I'm not that
I think he's
concerned.
fine where he is right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like him on the Bears. He's a great player.
Nick, moving on. Pick a number.
I'll pick 22.
He just
Oh,
picked
yeah.
22.
Okay.
22's picked.
All right, fine. I'll just pick 1.
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward, I'd say like a 3. I'm not that concerned about Cam Ward. I don't get anybody hating on Cam
He's in a
Ward
better
right now.
situation.
There's
this
people
year.
that will give him an 8. I
No,
feel
it's
like.
Crazy.
I don't think so. And once again, this goes back to what we've been saying. People do not give quarterbacks any time to develop.
Exactly.
And
Look at
Cam,
the players
He
that
was
have
even
developed.
bad last year.
Cam
at
Ward,
all.
he wasn't bad, especially not toward the end of the year.
I'd say he
Obviously,
was
fucking
good. He was
nobody.
good last year.
He was good.
Especially if, look at his
He's one of the best
receivers.
cornerbacks
in the
Yeah,
league.
his receivers
There's, I
were
don't know a
terrible.
single person who's saying. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I know one person who says Alec Aomeyer and Shamir Dink.
I was about to say, there's one person in the world
But
who says that.
besides that, I don't think
mean,
a single person thought Calvin Ridley had, or not Calvin Ridley. Well, I'm speaking, yeah, him too. Who was garbage. Cam Ward had a single good weapon, and what you want honestly from a rookie
Shake a
quarterback
couple.
on a bad team is you want him to show flashes, and
And
that
he
is
must
exactly.
definitely do
That's why Jackson Dart's so hyped up. He's
And
shown
Cam Ward
flashes.
wasn't necessarily as highly touted as previous first overall picks, but I still think, like, if he was in the 2024 draft class, he probably would have been, like, what, the 3rd or the 4th
fourth.
quarterback?
He'd be after me.
Yeah, but still, like, people are quitting on these quarterbacks way too
Exactly.
fast. I still think Cam Ward has unlimited potential. I still think in a couple of years we could be talking about Cam Ward being that best quarterback in the AFC South.
He's got an insane ceiling. I feel like the thing with him, it was always people didn't know where his floor was because his ceiling's crazy. Yeah, he makes crazy plays. I mean, his first touchdown,
And-
did he throw like a 40-yard cross the field, like take out of a sack or something?
Yeah, like I like Cam Ward. I don't get anybody that's panicking right now. If he has another year and he doesn't really improve, then I would understand the panic, but I just don't see it right now.
Okay, Bandy, pick a number.
3.
Kyle Pitts.
Oh, I'm gonna give him a 2. I mean, yes, I think Kyle Pitts. Yes, he's super inconsistent, but if you look at his stats, I mean, I know he was drafted top 5. The only reason he's kind of regarded as a bust is because of where he was picked.
You don't think that he's higher than a 2? He's
okay, I wouldn't say 2, but
I know.
Okay,
I would
say maybe.
Kyle Pitts
I'd say a 3 or 4.
has got to be one of the most overrated tight ends.
Make or break.
I wouldn't say 2, but I wouldn't say.
Okay, as a player, he's gonna get a contract. He's gonna get a
6
contract over like $9 million from anybody. Let's be real. He hits the market. He's getting a contract over $9 million.
He'll get a.
The Falcons would not have
here.
The Falcons would not franchise tagged him if they didn't think he was worth more than. If they didn't think he was gonna get more than that, because they're paying him a decent amount of money on that franchise.
I guess I'd say the meter should be high for Kyle.
Maybe.
Pitts, just because this is his make or break year.
But
I
I
feel like he has to show that he's worthy of being the tight end of this offense.
Maybe you could say, because I always have liked Kyle Pitts. Maybe you could say I'm one of those people who like a Kyle Pitts homer.
Yeah.
But he put up over 1,000 yards this year. There's not much more. He's a great blocking
The thing is,
tight
with
end.
this 1,000-yard season, most of those yards came from a few games where he went nuclear.
I agree.
He's not been consistent ever since his rookie year.
I think that's just a general theme with the entire Falcons offense. They're so 1 week they go out and kill the Rams, next week they lose like 30.
That's kind of just been the story of the Kyle
Falcons.
Pitts career, is that he's always been trying to reach how he was as a rookie, and it's not necessarily been his fault that he's regressed.
I mean,
I would still say Kyle Pitts, I'd give him like a 7.
Yeah, but I like to look at it as if he went the market, how bad will other teams want him? I mean, there's definitely a good amount of teams who definitely want him on their team.
Obviously.
I mean, yeah, but I guess the meter is more focused towards this season.
Yeah, I guess,
this season as a whole, I feel like
I would say it's a little bit
of
higher, but overall for his career, because
obviously if you're a player, your goal is to get extended by the team that drafted you.
Yeah.
So
okay, Nate, pick a number.
21.
Jerry Jeudy.
it's got
I'm trying to think. I'm gonna say a 7 or an 8. Here.
I kind of agree with like
100%. He's losing his job to 2 rookies.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be like the number 1 guy in.
And he got paid that number 1 money because he had a really good 2024.
And he keeps regressing.
Yeah, I know. He was really good in 2024, but
that was like his his breakout year too.
Yeah, but 2025 he went back to regular Jerry Jeudy.
Well, my thing was I've never liked Jerry Jeudy, but it was really they had Jameis Winston, and let's be real, every receiver puts up 1,000 yards with Jameis Winston as your QB. They play more than he plays more than 8 games, dude. He averages like 290 to like 330 yards a game.
Yeah.
You're putting up crazy numbers, especially since that Cleveland wide receiver room had no one when Jameis was there.
Exactly.
If it takes Jameis for you to break 1,000, I mean, come on, you're just
now that room is so crowded in a good way, but it's in a
he's the wide
bad
receiver
way for Jeudy.
If you're Jeudy, like that's not a good look.
I would
you're meant to be the number 1 on this team, and in the top like 40, your team drafts 2 receivers. That's not a good look for Jerry Jeudy. No. And I think toward the end of the year, there's potential that he's like the 5th weapon on this offense. You'll have Quinshawn, Harold Fannin, Denzel Boston. Yeah, there's potential.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think that'll happen, but I do think
he's old. Honestly, he's old on a young offense.
Yeah,
honestly,
he's kind of the odd one out.
Third one. He might be the 4th option already because I'd say KC's probably already ahead of him by the end of the camp. But by the end of summer camps, Harold Fannin is the number 1 option as of now. I doubt he will be for the rest of the season.
Thing is, honestly, at this point,
coming off a broken leg.
Judkins is looking
pretty Judkins isn't he coming off a broken leg?
I'd say he's number 1.
Yeah, but Judkins looks really good.
Still, this point, I honestly believe Deshaun Watson's going to start for this team. I honestly believe that.
Okay, Nick.
Did anybody get 2?
Didn't he just go?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. I'm going to say probably 6 because
I like that.
Because obviously he already got his big payday in the league, and I don't think he'll ever get another big contract extension. But obviously this year it's like, can he be anything better than the Vikings quarterback situation was last year? That's all they really need. The Vikings went 9-8 last year with one of the worst quarterback rooms I've ever seen. And if Kyler Murray could just come in and be like league average level, I think this team could make the playoffs. But obviously, Kyler, there were questions last year. Like he got injured for the whole season, and there were questions about like his work ethic and stuff. Can he come back and prove that he can be a franchise guy? Because he only played like 5 games last year. And
Was he even injured? I
playing
thought
Call
he
of
sat
Duty
out
and stuff.
the end of the year. I was gonna say, I think he'll be great up until October.
Up until Modern Warfare 4.
Modern Warfare 4 the Vikings are screwed.
No, but like obviously he's gonna win the starting job over JJ McCarthy.
Win the starting job. He has already.
Yeah, he already has. But
I think it's worth noting also that he's only on a 1-year deal. So even if he just plays
make or
average,
break year.
the Vikings have a very good opportunity just to let him go and they can restart and
just
draft
Sam-
another quarterback.
This is the thing. I think if that he has another average year, they're gonna keep him because they're gonna realize what they do with Sam Darnold when he has
no,
above average.
if he has like an average year,
Sam Darnold was
Well,
not above
he was,
average.
okay, he was a
hitting
great
like
year.
14 games.
He was a great year, but they thought he was just gonna be above average QB
like if
outside the system.
I don't know. I mean, you could say that, but also like Kyler Murray. Some team is gonna pay him a shit ton if he's just an average player. I mean, look at Malik Willis. He's making like
Over
20
Steelers. I feel
over
Steelers-
$20 million a year off of 2 games in the regular season.
We're talking about a guy who'll probably
And
start most
one
of
of the and guess what? Those 2 games they lost.
and they were down, so he was stat padding.
Yes, exactly. So that's why I just don't feel that great about Kyler, but I feel less bad about him than I do for JJ McCarthy, obviously.
Okay.
He's also scheme fit too.
Bandy, pick a number.
11.
Nick Sirianni.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give this one an 8. So, the Eagles they're strange. They kind of operate more like an NBA team where they fire their coaches even though they exist. Who was their coach before?
Doug Peterson.
Fired him like 2 years after they won a Super Bowl. I mean, you don't hear any leagues firing coaches like a year or 2 after you win the championship outside of basketball. I feel.
Well, to
like.
be fair, that 2020 Eagles team coached by Doug Peterson was one of the
awful.
worst in the league. They
I
were
agree, but
god-awful.
it's for most teams. It's kind of it'd be a shock.
I
if
think
they
the
fired
Eagles
him.
kind of knew Doug Peterson had run his course by then. Carson
Yeah.
Wentz had failed by then.
And he looked awful in Jacksonville. I agree. But Sirianni, awful year. I mean, they had all the talent you could get. Their defense is loaded. They have a loaded offense. I mean, they had one of the best receiver tandems.
I
in the
feel
league.
like his panic meter was higher in the past, like last year, I'd say, because there were big rumors saying that the Eagles could move on from him still.
Well, my thing is, they were never going to move on from him, no matter how bad last year went. They weren't going to move on.
Or
from him.
maybe it wasn't last year. Was it? It was a couple years ago.
No, it was after they lost the Super Bowl. And they had
Yes,
that down
that's
year.
what it
Yes.
was. Yes.
Oh yeah.
This happened. Sirianni is one of the most questionable coaches in the league. Like, I hear all the time he's a top 5 coach, and then all of a sudden he does bad. Now he's one of the worst coaches.
In my opinion,
Well, that's just how it is
Yeah,
when you're with a Philadelphia sports
Fan
team.
base,
That's
yes.
all.
If
The
it's
Philadelphia
Philly
fan
fans.
base, the Philadelphia fan base for each one of the sports leagues is one of the most brutal, if not the most. Honestly, they're up there with probably like Dallas.
Knicks fans.
And
it makes sense
New
why they hate
York.
each other.
I mean, no matter how average of a coach you think he is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. The
Yes.
Eagles are still
Right.
top contenders
For the last
in the
4
NFL.
years,
I
the
agree,
Eagles
but
have been
the Eagles-
top dogs, at least top 5.
If the Eagles have another down year, there's gonna be serious questions about it.
It's funny-
I wouldn't be shocked if he gets fired or they miss.
It's funny
I would
because
not
a
be shocked,
down
though.
year, a down year for the Eagles means going 11-6 last year. They went?
Exactly.
I think it was more of the down years. It was
For
horrible
first
watching
round
them.
exit is a down year for the
I
Eagles.
think I feel like they thought it was worse.
And a
because-
close one at that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, I feel like they thought it was so bad because their offense looked so pitiful. It looked like you were
The
watching
offense
a way
looked
worse.
bad, but that was mostly
The
just
defense was amazing.
with Kevin Patullo, and now he's gone.
Their
so-
defense was Super Bowl caliber.
Yeah,
the
the
offense
defense-
was like a 5-game caliber.
And there's no way,
Fine.
like, this year and the next year, I just think the Eagles. I will just call them the Phillies. I don't get the Nick Sirianni hate. I would say the panic meter should be like a 3.
Yeah, they just want.
They're gonna go.
They're not gonna fire him.
Well, I'm just saying because I feel like the Philly Howie Roseman, he's a little.
At least not for
he
another
does a
2
lot
or
of
3
crazy-
years.
He does a lot of unexpected.
It seems like the relationship between Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni is a good one. And I don't see any. I don't even see them missing the playoffs unless it's a
This
bad
season.
season.
Unless they like miss the playoffs or something, I don't see any.
Well, that's what
I mean,
I
even
don't
if they
see
miss the playoffs, I don't see anything happening unless they like only win 5 games. Like,
True, because the
If they, like,
NFC
barely
is
miss
pretty
it, I
brutal
don't
this
think-
year.
The NFC is really.
If they get like a 10-7 record and miss
Exactly.
the playoffs,
Yeah.
like that's just.
I mean, think about it. They lost to all 3 NFC West teams, like good ones.
Yeah,
They lost to 3 NFC North.
They do own the NFC North, except the Bears. But anyway,
Okay, Nate, pick a number.
20.
Shedeur Sanders.
Do we 9. I mean,
I agree. I mean,
is he gonna start this year?
the things that I mean, it sounds like Deshaun Watson is pulling away with the starting job as of now.
I just want us to think about 2026 and Deshaun Watson is pulling away in the QB battle. I just want you to think about how bad that is.
I don't know, and I tend to be less harsh on him. Like my panic would be like a 6, I'd say, just because he's still a second-year player.
Well,
but he has looked really.
Well, no,
bad
the problem isn't that he's a second-year player.
The way I see it is
he's not going to get a chance to start again after this year.
Exactly.
That's why it's so high.
If he doesn't lock it in now, that he's gonna have a very hard time the rest of his career.
It's different for him because Shador was a 5th-round pick. Like
Taylor Green can start here.
Getting rid of him is almost losing no value. So if
there's no risk for the
thing is, when Deshaun Watson gets injured, which is a when, not an if.
When Deshaun needs a massage.
Yeah, Shador's gonna have to really go out and prove himself, and I mean, it
hasn't looked. I'll just say it hasn't looked great. I don't know if people seen the video. We should play the video where he threw it right to the
Okay, people were criticizing Caleb Williams for the same thing.
But you can't lie. It was really funny. Though.
It was funny, but I haven't been a big Shador fan. My name is not Mel Kiper, but anyway, I think we're ready for the next
best
one.
QB in the draft. He should be a top 5 pick.
Okay, Nick, pick a number.
19.
Tyjae Spears.
I was kind of going in order. You just ruined my whole thing.
Shit. This is probably going to be like an 8 for me. Tyjae Spears, you draft Nick Singleton, who everybody hypes up. Tony Pollard, who I constantly defend. Tony Pollard, guys, has had like 4 or 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Yeah, how can you be
you had Nick Singleton in this running back.
Yeah,
and Singleton has a lot of receiving
Tyjae Spears is just... He's always been that guy where everybody thinks this year is going to be his breakout year.
I did 2 years ago. I drafted him in fantasy.
Yeah, what happened to that? What happened to you that year?
Yeah, somebody
got the first pick.
He's been trying to. He's been a lit fuse for years now, but he's just never exploded yet. And Tony Pollard is just consistently. I don't know how he does it. Tony Pollard, I honestly thought he'd be out of the league by now, but year in and year out,
he's that guy that keeps coming back. I would say Tyjae Spears. When he was at Tulane, I thought he was going to be an amazing player, and I don't know anyone who thinks he's going to be that great except for one person. Again.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Okay. Bandy, pick a number.
13.
Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors, I'd say a 6. Not because I don't doubt his talent or player. I don't think he's not that player at all. I'm doubting the injury concerns because it is kind of concerning now that his ACL has gone this bad. He's had so many complications, and didn't he have to wait extra month and a half to get his surgery than normal because of inflammation? His knee was inflamed most of the season, right?
I don't even know.
It wasn't usually you get the ACL tear once it's not inflamed.
It just seems like there's more and more bad news coming
every week. There's something new that comes out.
It's like the Brandon Ayuk saga where we can make a whole video about that, but I think that's enough to say about Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, Nate, pick a number.
18.
Emmanuel Forbes.
What CB is he on the depth chart there?
I mean,
he's still starting. He's still starting, right?
I mean, because he's still starting. He's still a third.
He did good last year.
They have a slot. He's not the slot
Watson corner. And McDuffie above him.
No, there's and then they have CB3. They have Don't they have
one of them? I think McDuffie's
Forbes. I thought.
No, Forbes play outside. Forbes play outside.
Forbes is 100. I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say 5 or 6. He's getting old. He's 28 now.
Forbes was drafted 2 or 3 years ago.
It was 3 years ago.
I don't even think he's off.
He's 26, 27.
Still, I mean.
Oh, it's Quentin Lake. Quentin Lake is the starting slot.
No,
yes, Quentin Lake is the starting slot on their depth chart.
Emmanuel
Forbes is the. Huh?
He's not starting anymore?
No, Emmanuel Forbes is not
starting. For Emmanuel Forbes should be a 9 or a 10. The guy got cut from his team after his rookie year.
He didn't do terrible last year.
But
he wasn't terrible. But
he's also on a great defense.
Let's look at what happened in the big games against Seattle.
Exactly.
They got torched.
So that's why they went and they got 2 new corners. One of them's an All-Pro.
Emmanuel Forbes is a draft bust. He should have never been taken ahead of Christian Gonzalez.
Didn't he also weigh 170 pounds or something?
Yes.
He's a very light corner.
Which is
he was taken ahead of. I thought he was taken in the 20s.
No, he was taken. He was 17, and Christian Gonzalez went the pick after. Which is unbelievable.
I thought Christian Gonzalez was.
Emmanuel Forbes is a total bust.
He was
supposed to be, but
Christian Gonzalez fell somehow. He should it was a miracle. I don't know how he fell to the Patriots, but what do we got next?
All right, we're up with Nick. Pick a number.
16.
Zach Taylor.
Zach Taylor. I'm gonna say a 7 because I've been very critical of Zach Taylor. You guys,
I actually got a different. I have a 0. I have a 0 because this guy somehow still gets a job no matter what he does. He still has a job.
Look, I'm saying 7 because I do believe if the Bengals are bad this year, he's out of a job.
Yeah, but
at the same time,
for 3 years.
Once
now.
again, I always drink the Kool-Aid on the Bengals every year, and I do think that there's a shot this team actually turns things around and makes the playoffs.
Yeah, any normal team, he's
I've been saying that.
ago.
Look, I'm a Bengals fan second after Bears fan, and I'm always optimistic about them, and they just never do anything. At least these last couple of years, they've been disappointing so much, and it sucks.
He should not be a coach.
It sucks to see Joe Burrow, Jamar, T, all their careers go to waste. Zach Taylor, you have one last chance, and I think you have a good chance. But if you fuck this up,
we'll come at your house.
Yes, I will.
This is like the 4th time Bengals fans have said this, by the way. This is your last chance.
I know.
Okay, Bandy.
What numbers are even left? I don't even.
It should be the last one.
4, 7,
I'll do
8,
4.
10, 4.
Yep.
Keon Coleman.
Oh my God. This is another 10, dude.
Oh my God.
When you're a high second round pick in your second season and you are not playing games, not due to injury, but due to healthy scratch because you're not good, there should be alarms. I mean, this dude. I mean, is he known for anything else besides saying cookies? Is that all he's known for?
He should be a 10. Like, he just got replaced. They traded for DJ Moore. They drafted.
Was it the owner? Was the owner that told him that he needs to grow up?
Yeah.
Was that him? Someone said that, and that's a big problem.
Crazy because the owner loved him coming out of the draft.
Coleman, there's just no room for him to start anymore. He should be a 10.
He hasn't.
Okay, Nate, pick a number.
What's up again? I'll pick 10.
Shane Steichen.
I'll take over. I will take over. Shane Steichen should be a 10 out of 10 panic meter.
Alright, for any of you listening, I don't know if you picked that up. Nate did not know who Shane Steichen was.
Oh, that's the Colts guy. Shit.
I already took it over. The Colts head coach, he should be a 10 out of 10 panic meter. He's been the coach for 3 or 4 years now. He made a complete bust out of Anthony Richardson. For his entire coaching tenure, he has been good half a season. So, I mean, and look at last year what happened. They were 8-3, and you're on a 6-game losing streak.
I know.
Shane
Carried by
Steichen,
Daniel Jones.
he should have been fired after 2024. The fact he kept his job in 2025, and now he's keeping his job just because they were 8-3 to start the year and traded for Sauce Gardner. And there's no way the Colts
It's
do
the
that
Colts.
again.
It's the
The Colts
Colts
are going to go 7-10 this year, and then they might fire him. There is no
trade
way.
Jonathan Taylor at the deadline.
Alright, so we're gonna go with Baney on this next one since I went to comment for Nick.
Nate just
did not.
needs-
There's a reason
You're
I
not
replaced
taking
the Colts
anymore.
My team builder.
Nate did not know who Shane Steichen was.
There's a reason I always replace
You
the
know
Colts.
when you on Madden it says, "Do you want to be the coach or create a
There's
new
a
one?"
I always
Anyways,
replace the Colts with the team
We
builder.
should make you do next week's punch.
No, that's why I said
We won't
he's
reveal what
doing
is.
it.
Well, anyways, let's move on to Baney. Pick a number.
What's left? 8 is 8 left still?
Yes.
Okay.
Caleb Williams.
Oh, I'd say a 2. Yes.
I mean, short. It's a short explanation.
Yeah, it's short. Yes, he was you could argue. Some people would argue he's top 10. He has
Best
one
player in the league.
He has one part of his
Parsons.
game. He needs to work on the boring game. I mean, if you just watch his highlights, you'd think he's the best QB one of the best QBs in the league. He just needs to work on his accuracy, completion percentage, and dumping off the ball.
Best player in the league.
And that's literally
Apparently.
people show him for his completion percentage, but it's such a small part of his game that he needs to work on, and it's the easy part of the game too.
Hey, if you're Michael Parsons, he's the best player
Yeah,
in the
people
league.
keep
Yeah.
hyping
Packers
him
fans, you
up.
hear that?
I don't really understand that. Caleb, I think, is the franchise guy, but he still has to take that next step to just be consistent, play a cleaner game.
I mean, if you think about it, if he just did the small stuff, he would easily hit 4K.
Okay.
all the small things.
Nate, this is
Redemption.
you get another chance. Pick a number.
15.
Aaron Glenn.
What was her record last year? 7. Because
Aaron Glenn.
What?
is second.
Only a 7.
They should have fired him.
No, you know what? I'll say 7
I
because at the end of the year, he's only coached one season, and I do
depends if
think
Geno Smith starts or not.
they just play Cade Klubnik. It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter who they play.
You might as well just play Cade Klubnik. If it works out, then it works out, and if it doesn't, then you can.
No, you gotta play
Anything
Tank Commander
for
Geno
Dante Moore.
Smith for that first overall pick.
Oh my god. No, Cade Klubnik.
Well, see, this is my thing with. I understand this is the first year, but the fact that defense looked pitiful, you didn't even try. They didn't even look good when they had Quinn Williams and Sauce Gardner. Like,
yeah, all right.
Okay.
0 picks.
We have 4 players left. We have numbers 6, 7,
All right,
okay, 12, and 17.
I'll do.
So,
I'll do 12.
I'll do 7.
12. Okay, well, it's Nick's turn.
Oh,
12.
I thought we were picking all of them. Sorry.
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott, I'll say 5, which is really symbolic of like he's always good in the regular season. I don't think there's anything left to be like panicked about.
Glorified Kirk
At this
Cousins.
point, how old is Dak? We know what he is.
32.
He's made so much money, it doesn't even matter. Like he'll put up great regular season stats.
Can you make it past the
If they make it to the playoffs, they might win one game and then lose. But
Isn't their last win
Honestly,
in
I
the
might-
playoffs against
but, like,
Tom Brady?
let's be honest here. The Cowboys, they'll never replace Dak, and I think they're right.
They
doing
shouldn't.
that because valuable QB play, it's hard to come by. And Dak is good enough that you can't get rid of him.
I mean,
so
I
I would honestly, I'm lowering mine to like a 2 or a 3. For Dak.
His job is safe. They will never.
They'll
this
never
is-
get
this-
rid of him until he
people
retires.
hate on the Cowboys and Dak, but would you rather be the Browns in QB purgatory forever, or have at least like a consistent, like you'll make the playoffs every couple years, like
Yeah.
decently, like you know what I mean?
Past the
You
wild card,
take
we don't
Dak.
know.
All right.
Okay, Bandy.
Oh, I'll do 7.
Lad McConkey.
Oh, I think like a 2. I think he showed enough his rookie year. I don't know how Greg Roman still has a job in this league. He has looked awful every place he has been carried by his QBs
We're
everywhere.
talking about Greg Roman. It's
Yeah,
Mike
that was,
McDaniel.
No, can you listen? Yeah, that's why he's bad. No, I'm saying he was the OC last year of the Chargers, Greg Roman.
Yeah.
They tried to do a run first with Kamani Vidal. No offense to Kamani Vidal. Why are you running the ball 60% of the snaps to a guy who is on RB3 on 90% of teams instead of throwing to Lad McConkey, Quentin Johnson, and I mean even Keenan Allen wasn't bad last
I mean,
year.
I think Herbert has a talent to lead a passing offense as well.
Herbert is a passing. He is
Exactly.
They should be a
He
pass
hasn't
first
Herbert
offense.
thrown
What
for
if?
5,000 yards
Yes,
before?
he
Yeah.
threw. Didn't he throw for 5,000 his rookie year?
No,
No,
not
I think
he almost got
He
to.
was
It
second or
was
third year,
close.
but still.
No, he was like 4,000, like 800.
that offense needs to lean on
I
the
think
back
Mike
foot.
McDaniels is going to unlock because Lad
I do.
McConkey's always been like I love that fit for him. I think he's going to be great. So that's pretty much the thought.
Alright.
Okay, Nate, you have. All right, no, you have. We have 3 more players. My fault. We have 17, 14,
17.
and 6. Chase Brown.
I mean, I'm gonna say a 4. I don't think his job's in.
I'm gonna say a
think it's
0. Like, what threat does he have? He's a
Injury.
one-
Well, if you could say injuries
Injuries.
because he has been kind of injured.
He had,
That's it. Like
he was like, look at this stat. It was like efficiency per contract. He was like one of the best
he's
players.
one of the
in
most
that.
fancy efficient. Now I think
he's
part
one of the best
that-
receiving backs in the league. It's just like Manny said.
He
it's
fits like a
only
glove on
injury.
that team, and I don't think
Yeah.
we need to hurry this along, but he fits like a glove on that team. He puts up great stats. I don't see any reason to be panicked about him.
Okay, 14 and 16 for you, Nick.
Alright, I'll do 14.
Cortland Sutton.
Cortland Sutton, I'm gonna say 6,
Wow.
just
It's
because
just age.
I was gonna say he like that's like a 3. He doesn't even have to be the wide receiver 1 anymore.
he doesn't
I
have
know,
to be the
'cause
wide receiver.
I think they're
one.
trying to phase him out.
Yeah, they're trying to
he's
phase him.
consistent.
He's trying to get a
have
foot
that.
out the door.
And how much is he being paid right now?
Not a ton. He's never been a high.
He's never been that high.
It's probably- I think it's like around
I
20.
think trading for Jalen Waddle is more of a sign that like they really don't want Cortland Sutton as the number 1. And to be fair, he's just never been good enough to be a real number.
I think it's
1.
better for his career, honestly.
I think being a number 2 works, but I'm gonna say 6 just because I don't think he's got long left in the league.
And then Bandy, finishing off this segment, you have Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn. Oh, I think like I want to say like a 7. Yes, he led the Commanders his first year. Yes, the defense looked great. It was decent.
Will they be back to there?
Yeah, I just don't like the Commanders. I think people like to say the Bears were a fluke this year. I think the real fluke was the Commanders 2 years ago, right? Yeah, they went off. They had a ton of aging veterans. Jaden Daniels carried the offense. I mean, who was good on the offense outside Terry McLaurin and 36-year-old Zach Ertz? No one. And Zach Ertz, like I said, 36 years old. Jaden Daniels has been injury prone.
Now we're just doing the Commanders team breakdown.
Yeah.
We already did this.
I know.
Yeah,
I think he needs to really put together. He needs I think one of the things he needs Sonny Styles to look like all pro. Like,
Look, plain and
so-
simple. Every time Dan Quinn goes to a team, they have a really good year 1 or year 2, and then he just
Isn't
fizzles
this like
out.
the second or third time it's happened now?
Yes, I know. And Dan Quinn is just, I don't know. I don't
I'd
like
say
him as a
he's
head
the great
coach.
bridge coach where he comes in and brings a bad team up.
All right, let's get into.
Speaking of bad teams,
Yes, let's start off with our first NFC West breakdown.
Arizona Cardinals. let's start with departures. I mean, we lost Kyler Murray to the Vikings there, and it's a they're going to either start Jacoby Brissett or Carson Beck to replace that. What a QB bet. Fuck, maybe Gardner Minshew.
Let's get through the rest of the departures first before we talk about
Campbell.
Calais
The corpse of Calais Campbell.
Is he still unsigned?
No, he signed with the Ravens.
Oh, he went back to the Ravens.
They lost Dalvin Tomlinson and Akeem Davis on the defensive
He
side.
really lost him a lot on the D line.
Evan Brown, who signed with the Texans, and Jalen Thompson, who signed with the Cowboys.
Oh, and they lost Jalen Thompson.
They have no. And then additions, they signed Tyler Algier. I mean, poor guy. I mean,
Second time this happened.
will Tyler Algier ever start a season?
No.
No.
I think he should.
He should have, but now he's
Well, no,
he's
did
been in the
rookie
league. He's been in the league for too long.
I still remember his rookie year. He put up over 1,000 yards,
Yeah.
and then they drafted Bijan.
Yeah, no, he got the chance once.
They run Kendrick
He took it
Bourne, nice to be a veteran in that receiving room.
Yeah, I guess they
Devin
could use
Duvernay
that.
to be the kick returner, and then Gardner Minshew just
Gardner Minshew as
just in case.
Hey, Gardner Minshew does bring good vibes. Let's think. Who did they?
They hired Mike before like early, was it like February?
Nepotism. Got
It was right after the Rams.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see. He's probably one of the more new head coaches I'm looking forward to seeing the most, just
He's one
because
of the most
he has the potential to really ignite a new culture into this Arizona team.
I want to say he's one of the most unknown, because most coordinators, you kind of know what you're getting with
I
them.
understand.
But, I mean, who knows? Was it Sean McVay? Because the last coach, I'm not going to say he's going to end up like this, but the last guy I remember that was similar was Matt Nagy went to the Bears, and everyone's like, is it Andy Reid's the reason he's good, or is it because he's actually good? And we found out it was Andy Reid. Hopefully,
I mean, Nagy didn't even coach bad. I mean, the Bears were good for
The
a little
Bears
bit
were
with Nagy.
good.
Yeah, it was
I'm
one
gonna
year.
say though that was in spite of Nagy.
that was it. Yeah, I was going to say it was because of defense.
I think he still contributed, but I mean, not all coaches are just consistently good though. Also.
Yes.
Yeah, every coach, even the best
I like
coaches in the
Matt
league
before,
have fuck ups.
The difference is, McVay coaching trees have worked out pretty well so far.
Yeah,
They brought in Andrew Billings to bolster that D line.
consumed.
Hey,
Andrew Wigger to
Andrew
the secondary.
Berger. Oh.
Defense is so fucked this
This
year.
defense is.
I can't name a
this
single
defense is
linebacker off the top
like the
of my head.
Commanders that they had
Even
even less star
Collins. What are you
power.
talking about?
Oh, you suck. And then the main thing you're talking about here is the draft. Round 1, pick 3. Noah Bandy, you want to take this away?
Oh yeah, so this was now obviously for team needs and the team they have, not great pick. Now the player they picked was it's a great player, but it didn't fit with the team needs.
Great value pick, and he's like third.
It's not great. Yeah.
He's too good to pass up on.
No, I understand.
That's
I
what
understand.
office.
I mean, let's be real. Mike LaFleur came in, and he wanted his star offensive player to run that offense. I think their offense will be great this year. I think Carson Beck has a chance to be somewhat decent. I doubt it, but he has the tools. Besides the O-line.
When has drafting an offensive skill player when you really need an offensive tackle ever worked
Well,
out?
they have
With
an
the
offensive
exception of Jamar Chase, when has that ever worked out?
I mean, but you've kind of seen how that move is just like
They have two
them in terms of
O-line
the
right
future.
now.
Yeah.
The Cardinals, if they really attack O-line next year, they'll be fine because they already have two O-line. They took Bisantis,
Speaking of
Yes,
speaking
I
of
was
next
gonna
year, they
say,
took Basantes.
and they have Harris Johnson.
34.
That's
Yes.
not
He's gonna start at guard.
He's good. He was great at A&M.
And then their next pick, Carson Beck.
They might as well
15%.
start him. Like
they
just
should start
I don't know why they picked him. They could have waited like another round or two and
Let's
got
talk
him.
about
that. Really.
O-lineman.
What do we think Brissett's like? Are they gonna start him this year?
No,
I wouldn't
Are
be
they gonna
surprised.
pay them?
Wouldn't be surprised if he starts a game here or there, but
I think he'll start, but I don't think he'll be doing.
he won't start
be
more
on
than
this
5
team.
games. He'll start though.
Then they picked Caleb Proctor in the fourth
I
round.
like that.
Yes,
He's
I do like him.
I do like
smaller school guy, but I just saw something he's out for the year now.
Is
I
he?
believe he got injured. Yes,
He tears ACL or something.
something along the lines.
Oh, that's
that.
not great.
Oh,
And then Reggie Virgil, who
Just a depth
he's
guy.
I think he's like wide receiver 4 right now on the team.
Well, doesn't
I think
matter
he's
because
right behind Bourne.
the wide receivers
That's a
3
big
and 4
camp.
doesn't matter on that team when Trey McBride's their number 1 receiving option.
They've
It's
All
McBride.
right. Then they took Carson Shard out of Iowa, and then Jaden Williams, another O tackle out of Ole Miss.
Mhm.
That's just
Just
their O line's so fucked this year.
Well, they have a couple key
Elijah
younger guys.
Wilkinson.
They got 2 younger guys that can look. But yeah, the rest.
Paris Johnson, I mean, he's been pretty good.
Harris Johnson's been great.
But what would have been better if there was a really good tackle that they could have taken third overall. Instead of going for an offensive skill position that you don't need.
When you just
I would have rather seen Love on the Titans. Like, it would have been way better.
It would have been a much better fit. And plus, I think the Titans
I'm not going to say it was
more competitive than the Cardinals.
Well, who knows? Love could be great because who knows what Mike LaFleur is going to scheme up.
Who knows?
What's your prediction for them?
I think they're going 3-14 this year.
I think that's incredibly generous.
I don't think
I gave them a free one. I gave an extra.
I'm going to say 2-15. That's
I don't think they want to win games. If I'm being real, I think they want to.
Only ones are
they don't
Jets,
want to win
Raiders,
games.
and maybe the Cowboys.
I don't see
the Cowboys. What?
Straight luck. Their schedule's so.
I could see them pulling off an upset there.
Well, they'll pull. I mean, they beat 2 of the 4.
I just don't like what this
team.
team is doing at all. It's gonna be another 10 years before anybody talks about this team again.
10 years.
Because they're gonna draft a quarterback next year, and they're gonna completely fuck up his career because they have built nothing around him.
I'd say as of now, they drafted an O-lineman early round 2. They have a decent offensive.
Okay, but the defense is still, But all right, what team are we doing next?
I'll get started with my team.
The Niners.
We're going with the San Francisco 49ers. So we'll start off with their departures, and I believe that the 49ers was the team that lost the most players this year. Just so you know, I have left off about like 5 or 6 just kind of backup guys that probably are not worth talking about at all. But let's get into this. I'm just gonna list them off first.
Such a long list.
Robert Beal Jr., Kendrick Bourne, Spencer Burford, Kalia Davis, Jordan Elliott, Matt Hennessy, Sky Moore, Jason Prock. I don't know.
I thought you only put the notable players.
Brian Robinson Jr., Bryce Huff, who retired, Clean Farrell, Yetur Gross-Matos, Jawan Jennings, Trent Taylor, and Thomas Morstead.
Holy Christ.
Even their punter left.
Took up a whole half of it.
So let's talk about some of their more notable guys. I mean, they lost Kendrick Bourne, who was just a solid rotational receiver.
Yeah,
He was going to
he had a few
Arizona.
good
Randy
weeks,
Moss for like
but-
2 weeks there.
I think one of the biggest ones is Bryce Huff, one of your DNs.
I did not hear he retired. I did not hear it.
Yeah, he
What a
was.
fall from grace.
He
retired.
retired. He has some startup now that he's running. I'm pretty sure. I forgot what it was, but he has some.
Oh,
startup
so
that
yeah.
he just left that. He,
Like
he
2 or
got-
3 years
so
ago.
kind
he
of-
got his money and
Kind of like
Obviously, I think their biggest one is Jawan Jennings. You're losing a big receiver in this offense.
Especially
Especially
though,
since
you
they're-
did add some, people to replace them.
True.
Well, I want to say the Niners have always had like a decimated just decimated team in general, but
This team is just a mess in the offseason.
You lose defensive line depth with Clean Farrell, and then you lose Brian Robinson Jr., but they replace him in the draft, which we'll talk about soon. Let's get into some of their additions, however. Their biggest addition, obviously, is Mike Evans.
yeah.
I mean, I cannot wait to see him in a Kyle Shanahan offense.
That's going to be
might go for
exciting.
1400.
That's going to be exciting for the 4
49ers
games that he plays this
Exactly,
season.
because, last season was
yes.
not a good look injury-wise for
They,
Mike Evans.
the Niners fans debate who's the bigger rival, Seahawks or Rams. But if we're being real, it's an electrical substation.
And then after Mike Evans, it kind of cools down. They got Dre Greenlaw back, but if you want to talk about injuries, I mean, who's a more injury-prone player than Dre Greenlaw?
Will Fuller.
They got Nate Hobbs. The corner from Green
Released
Bay.
I don't think that's an addition, though.
That's a subtraction by
That's subtraction.
They got Christian Kirk. I mean, at this
Charlie Kirk had 8 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown.
Well, I mean, at this point, Christian Kirk is
It's not
nothing
bad.
more than a rotational receiver.
It's not-
Depth
I
receiver.
wouldn't even say that.
It's not
Last-
bad because after Mike Evans goes down week 5, he'll be starting. So
And then Christian Kirk will be injured. Last year was a disastrous year for him. He
And then-
comes back and was terrible.
And then they've added some more depth guys.
they got featured on Sports Center.
They got Brett Toth, Vidarian Lowe, Corliss Waitman, who actually is a punter, so that's the new punter.
Oh.
And then Robert Jones. And then they re-signed Patrick Taylor Jr., Luke Gifford, Eddie Pinheiro, Sam Okuayinawu,
Let's not forget, this is the team that drafted a kicker in the 3rd round just to release him. Bro,
Jake Tonges, Garrett Wallow, and John.
Jake Tonges was the
I was gonna say,
second coming of
Tonjes-
Gronk for a second.
Tonjes
John
is
Leach.
probably their best re-signing there because when Kittle.
No, the fuck he's not. Tonjes will do jack shit.
No, I'd
What do
say,
you mean? Have you,
I mean,
when
technically,
Kittle's out, he averages like 80 yards a game when Kittle's out.
And then their big acquisition besides Mike Evans was Osa
Odigizua. Nobody knows how to say Odigizua.
Odigizua.
What is it?
It's not bad.
I
I
kind
like
the
that.
Niners trading for D tackles, and I'm gonna take a guess he's gonna fall off and goes to Niners. Just like Javon Hargrave. Just like who was the other one? There was one more I'm thinking of.
Yep, I know exactly what you're saying. And isn't this the team that drafted Javon Kinlaw?
Yeah.
Yes, Javon Kinlaw. That's what it's like. Yes.
He becomes infinitely better once he leaves the team.
Yes.
Okay, and
The
then,
force buffer.
Outside of Nick Bosa, who have they developed on this team line?
I mean, they do got Michael Williams.
Yeah.
So.
Mike Williams.
But injury hurt him last
Yeah.
year. Like,
All right,
been injury prone.
let's get into their draft.
Okay. Obviously, one of the most questionable picks from the whole draft was them taking DeJon Stribling round 2/3. They traded back multiple
Like 3 times, right?
Yeah,
and then they end up with DeJon Stribling, and
when Denzel Boston is right there.
it's so
Anyone was better.
questionable.
Jeremy Bernard. Anyone.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna be bad. I actually think he's gonna play good in this offense. I
Only-
really like
yeah.
him, but
I don't
he just wasn't worth this high of a pick.
I agree. They could have.
he doesn't even fit the Shanahan offense. Like I can understand if he was like a Shanahan scheme.
Well, why would they draft him if Shanahan didn't want?
I feel like
Because
any,
they
I feel
use
like
AI
any
for the
receiver.
drafts.
I feel like any receiver
No,
can do
let's
good.
stop.
in
They did not.
That's what
use-
their GM said that.
They're
They're not giving.
There is no way they just
I'm
trusted an AI.
Oh,
over
not
what Shanahan's.
completely trusted. I'm
Okay,
saying they
Nate,
used it.
yeah, sure. They did not.
Yeah, I guess Nate.
They
is
did
the
not have
GM.
AI tell them.
No,
who
it
to
didn't
draft.
tell them. It helped them. Like they make their decisions.
Well, no
That's-
shit.
that's-
I can help
okay.
them make their
That
decisions.
point is irrelevant to the fact that I think any receiver can do good in the Shanahan offense. I think
That too.
Stribling will do good. They just reach for him. Round 3, pick 70. Great value. They took Romello Height. As a Bears fan,
I was so mad.
this is taking a pick after Sam Roush.
Why would
but
they? Romello Height is
I
a
love
great
Romello
pick.
Height. He's a dog.
Yes.
I mean,
Great pick.
they have a great D end room now. They have Michael Williams, Nick Bosa, Romello Height. I love how this D line room's kind of looking up for this season.
I know. I do like that.
Round 3, pick 90. Another reach. They took Kalen Black. You needed to replace Brian Robinson in this room. I don't think Kalen Black's a bad player. but
There's
that's
one
a
person
huge
There's one person we all know.
No,
who
two. Actually, two.
Two
There's two.
people we know that absolutely love him. Anyway,
It's not.
No one said it. Okay. Round 4, pick 107. They took Grayson Halton. Once
I was
again,
so-
another
speaking on this
fantastic
D line, that's amazing.
That's another
value.
player
They
the
always-
Bears want.
This D line's looking amazing, and it's exactly what they need to be competing in this NFC West.
Especially since their stars are.
And especially since both the Rams and Seahawks at times can have lackluster offensive lines.
And then after this
Is
pick,
Carson Beck gonna
you
be
start
alive
getting
after
more
this
into their just like depth picks. They took Carver Willis, offensive tackle out of Wisconsin.
Here's the part where we name people that 0 people watching this podcast will know.
Round 4, pick
Except for Billy
139.
Strauss last time.
Yeah.
Ephesians Prysock. Round 5, pick 154. Jaden Duggar, linebacker. And then round 5, pick 179. Enrique Cruz Jr.
Shout out to the one Ephesian Cyclops fan out there.
Yes.
One
Hey,
random
my-
Yep, we already did the joke once.
My official projection for this team is 10-7. I think it's fair. I feel like they go 10-7.
I think they overachieved.
always around
last
that.
year.
Always
They
around
always
that
are.
range, but-
You know what I've noticed? They either overachieve and they suck in the playoffs, or they underachieve and they do.
I could see
good
them
in the
missing
playoffs.
They got
playoffs,
2-3 wins
too.
against the Cardinals this year.
Okay, and then let's move on to Bandy with
Yep.
the Los Angeles Rams.
Here's the one
Yeah.
that we've been waiting
All right.
for.
God.
So last year they won 12-5, lost to the Seahawks in the championship. They had a very eventful offseason. They start off with a bang. They trade for Trent McDuffie. They trade their first because fuck the firsts.
Yeah,
And then
we're going back to the 2021 Rams.
Dude, it's just I think they've picked
Will
one
they
first.
have a first
They've
round
had
pick?
one first round pick in the last 10 years.
And they traded him.
Yeah, which it was a good pick. And then they got Jalen Watson, so they just got this Chiefs secondary, the 2 corners.
Yep.
They replaced who was it? They replaced Kobe Durant and Kelly Witherspoon, and you could say
Yeah,
Emmanuel Forbes. So now those are 2 starting QBs or no cornerbacks.
They were really aggressive in fixing.
And besides that, they didn't sign anyone else like major, like in free agency.
I mean, yeah, they have to.
Well, I'll talk
cap
about-
space because let's talk about the ticking time
Yes.
bomb and Puka Nacua that they're gonna have to extend.
Oh, that's gonna happen. But obviously, the huge thing was they traded for Myles Garrett. They got rid of Jared Verse, the first, second, third.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to do it. As much as Jared Verse was a great player in LA,
Myles Garrett is
it's Myles.
surefire.
He's
Hall of Fame.
the number 1 player in the league.
And I mean,
Number 1.
I mean, there's not too much to get into. If you want to hear a more in-depth talk about this, we can go. We did a separate
separate
video just about AJ Brown and Myles Garrett the day they got traded.
I'll put the link to that video on the top right. You can probably see it right now. But anyway,
Yeah, and And the only other somewhat major, they barely lost anybody. They lost Tutu Atwell, but
they don't use
This is a
anything.
good depth receiver.
Yeah, and then they re-signed. They did a lot of re-signing. They re-signed Cameron Curl, Tyler Higbee, Harrison Mevis,
Cameron
kicker
Curl's
kicker.
good. That's a good
He came in clutch last year.
That was kind of weird.
They Quentin Lake, who's they're going to be the starting slot, and they have Nate Landman, who is the only competent linebacker. They only run one linebacker, I think.
Yeah,
honestly.
no,
they don't need to.
They have a weirdly run defense, but the
works.
defense was pretty good. And now when you have Myles Garrett on your
And
D-line,
McDuffie.
and Trent
coming back.
McDuffie,
And I always thought their safeties are super underrated.
I know. I didn't think Galen Curl was going to re-sign. I think that was a great move to bring him back.
And then we get to the draft, which is very questionable. Obviously, the big one is round 1, pick 13. They take Ty Simpson. I understand it. The more you go back, I just don't think Simpson's worth a top 15 pick. I feel like they could have traded down. Who was the team? The Cardinals were the other team that we thought was going to take Simpson, right?
Yes.
I don't even
You
think...
could have traded down all the way to like 25 and
They
still
don't
got
know
Simpson.
that, though.
Well, yeah.
There were also talks the Cardinals might trade up.
Yeah, but
And plus, you gotta keep in mind, the last thing you want is the guy that you want going to your division.
I mean, you
rival.
also had the Jets at 16.
oh, that's right. I don't think the Jets were ever going to take QB.
Yeah,
to
but
the
the Jets were
Rams,
talking
do you
about
want to take that risk if you do love Simpson as a
Simpson,
prospect?
yeah.
Are you taking the risk?
Yeah.
Are you taking the risk that'll either go right after
Well,
or he'll go to a
is it
division
really
rival?
that like, they like Simpson as a prospect, or is it because the GM like best friends with his dad?
Look,
Who knows?
I like the thought process. I just don't think it fits the agenda of their offseason where they're
I-
trying to go all in to win now. But
You
then
had
Exactly.
so many people you could have taken, and you took
Like,
a
I-
guy who isn't going to contribute to his team for 4 years.
Yeah, I know, and I understand the thought process of wanting to get a quarterback in
Yeah,
advance,
I
because they're
don't
not going to be
hate the
picking this
move.
high again.
I think it's more the fact that Ty Simpson is in a different draft.
It's just it doesn't fit what
it
they
doesn't
did,
fit.
but-
Then round 2, they took Max Clare, even though they have like 3 good tight ends. They have Higbee, Colby Parkinson, who are
Terrence Ferguson.
Ferguson, who they drafted in the second round last year. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I know, and all of them are mediocre.
The thing with the Rams is they have such a well-built roster. They can do whatever they want, and they will have one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, but missing on early round picks is
I
how
still
you
think
start
they
to
should
collapse.
have. I still think they should have gone all line. I mean, they have a what's the one guy's name? The guard, Kevin Dotson. He's been great. He's super underrated. Their O-line's always been like borderline top 10. I just think they could have taken a tackle or something and had one of the best O-lines in the league, because that's probably their weak spot on the team now. They took Keegan Tross, tackle from Missouri. I mean, Missouri tackle linemen have just been great.
So they
Great
just
depth.
did what you were criticizing them for not doing.
Well, who would you rather have? Like,
Who's
Kate-
there?
No, at 13 they could have taken Blake Miller. They could have taken Monroe. They could, what I mean? Who would you rather, Keegan Tross or Monroe? Like,
Maybe the tackle that they liked already got picked.
Maybe.
In the first round.
yeah, because what's his name? Maui Noah went like 2 picks before him.
Proctor.
Or Proctor, that's what it was. Yes.
I was gonna say they
One
might have been
pick before.
targeting Proctor.
Anyways, CJ Daniels, wide receiver, Miami, round 6. He just directly replaces Tutu Atwell. He flashed a couple times in Miami. I mean, it was really just the first couple weeks of the year. He didn't do much after like week 4, and then they got Tim Keenan, D-tackle Alabama. I'm not gonna say why. This guy's just not. It's gonna be a bust. I'm not gonna say why. But,
I don't know. I like Tim Keenan. I don't think he's a bad.
there's
rotational
a reason. Personal reason, but
What's your record?
oh, 15-2. If there's any team that's gonna go 15-2, it's the Rams.
I think that might be the highest record that we have so far.
And you
No,
know what?
the Lions went 15-2 too. Oh yeah, for our yeah.
What?
No, I think he said the highest record in the league in the couple. It would be since the Lions,
No,
right?
it's the highest record
We've
prediction.
done, yes.
Yes, and yeah, I agree.
I
I'm
would
gonna
even
say
be
14-3 just because I think they're gonna have at least 2 losses in the division, and I think they're gonna lose at least 1 game to some team that they're supposed to be.
When was
So-
the last time a
Cardinals.
team won 15 games? Even? Was
Not
it the
the-
Lions in 2 years ago?
Yeah, the Lions were the last team to win, and the thing is, when teams win 15 games, they almost never win the Super Bowl, which is kind of a weird thing. The last 15-win team to win the Super Bowl was the 1985 Chicago Bears.
Yes.
So. All right. Lastly, let's finish this off with obviously defending division and Super Bowl champs, the Seattle Seahawks, who I think are a little fluky, but I still think they're gonna be really good.
I wouldn't say
I
they're
wouldn't say.
fluky. I'd say their coach carries them more than the talent does.
And like, did anybody really expect them to win the Super Bowl last year? Come on. So
I mean, by middle of the season, I'd say yes. But
It was
before the
expected to be a
season, no.
contender, but nobody.
Exactly.
I wouldn't. If you told me Seahawks win the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be surprised, but I would kind of doubt it.
all right, but I mean, they only had a couple notable losses. I wrote down Kenneth Walker is obviously a big
That's the big
loss.
one,
Super Bowl MVP, you let him walk, but they replaced him. We'll get into that. You lose Boy Mafe, Kobe Bryant, Reek Wallen in free agency, so you lose some defensive pieces, but this defense was stacked already.
That's always bound to happen with good teams. You have to. I mean, you're not.
They're
Gonna
lucky that their head coach is the defensive caller because
They lost.
They
all
would have
the
lost
penalties.
it, yes.
No.
It's what Also, whenever you win the Super Bowl, when your players leave, they always get slightly overpaid too.
Yeah,
Because you just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's a tax.
Yeah, and that's what happens. And then in free agency, they made a couple like minor additions. They added Dante Fowler, DeAnthony Bell, then just like Noah Igbenogany, Rodney Thomas, Emmanuel Wilson. They didn't make much like.
They didn't need to. They needed depth.
They'll have guys that will compete for starting jobs, but probably not gonna actually win out. Obviously, I'd say the biggest loss, you lose Clint Kubiak. He goes to the Raiders, and not the Saints. Clint Kubiak, he went to the Raiders, which I think is a great hire by them. Probably one of the best of the offseason. I'd say it's either him or Mike LaFleur that I'm most interested in seeing how he does. Although I don't know. I have a lot of Raiders players in fantasy, so I always gonna watch them. And then to replace Clint Kubiak, they hire Brian Fleury from the 49ers. He was their tight end coach, so we'll see what he can do calling plays now for the first time.
I usually trust people who come from Shanahan-McVay coaching trees.
Yeah.
They almost always work out. I don't know a single case, a major case they haven't yet.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. Brian Fleury, I think this offense will take a small step back, but it won't be major. Because let's get into their draft. Let's talk about one of the most controversial picks. Round 1, pick 32, they drafted Jadarian Price. We have talked extensively about this.
If you want a 30-minute argument on Jadarian Price, go back to our draft.
And watch the end of it.
Yes, watch the very ending of that.
I will say...
No, we're not going to talk about
I'm not going to debate anything. One thing, you could argue the pick, but they needed someone to replace the Super Bowl MVP.
Here we go. We're turning this
no shit.
Okay, stop. Round 2, you pick Bud Clark, which I think, like...
I like it.
I like Bud Clark. I think he rose towards the end of the draft cycle.
Yeah.
But if they like them, I'm not going to question. Mike McDaniel has...
He's replacing Kobe Bryant straight up.
I like the pick.
Yeah, all right. Round 3, get Julian Neal.
I like that. He was very underrated.
Yeah.
In round 3, it's not bad. You can find a potential starting corner to replace Reek Woolen. After that, those were their main guys. Kind of, Jadarian Price, Bud Clark, Julian Neal. That was all. All of them could be somewhat questionable.
Was it direct replacements for every loss they had? I think it was.
Not really. On the D line, they didn't.
Well, they replaced
secondary, yeah,
secondary and running back.
The secondary, but I just don't think they'll be as good as last year.
No.
And then let's talk about the later round picks: Bo Stevens, Emmanuel Henderson, Andre Fuller, Devin Eastern, and Michael Dansby. 3 seventh round picks. So there's someone out there who probably loves
Look for next guy.
Nothing late in the draft.
All right, and then as I did last time, I have some questions for you guys to answer here. Can Jadarian Price replace Kenneth Walker effectively?
Not this year.
Yeah, I was
gonna say I think he'll put up about 1,000 yards this year. Kenneth Walker put up 1,300 this year. Yeah. Didn't he?
Kenneth Walker was.
He's gonna put up 300-400 less, so he's gonna be around that 900.
Yeah.
Especially since Kenneth Walker had to deal with Charbonnet. No, he didn't put 1,300. I think he barely hit 1,000, but that was solely because Charbonnet got so many snaps. Charbonnet won't be getting. I don't care what the reports are. He's coming back by this season. He's not coming back till at least week 8.
Yeah.
All right. Can this offense stay top of the league?
It was never top of the league in the first place.
No.
I'd say they're top 10.
Okay. Well.
Can they be as good as they were last year?
Well, they can. They definitely can be.
They were like,
will they?
Rarely a top 10
I think
offense.
they will be at certain spots in the season, and in certain spots they will degress.
So you're saying they'll be inconsistent.
Look, the problem, I think, you get rid of Kenneth Walker, now Sam Darnold's going to have to be the engine of this offense, and that's going to be a huge issue.
Even JS.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well,
you still need the QB get him the ball.
Look, your offense could either be based around the quarterback in the passing game or the running back in the running game. And now
or Michael Thomas.
Yes, and so, or Michael Thomas. But I would consider that, part of the passing game. Yeah. So Sam Darnold's going to have a lot of pressure this year because last year he could kind of just sit back, have a really good running game, really good defense, just be a game manager sometimes.
And they won't even have... Like I said, they won't have him till week 8.
And then my last one here I think is interesting. Is this defense still the best in the division?
Oh, no.
With the losses they had, no.
Are they...
I wouldn't even if they didn't lose anyone, you just added Miles. You added the best player in the league and an all-pro. You can't argue.
All-pro corner, Miles
You could say
Garrett.
they might perform better, but
I don't think it's crazy to say if they had the same the Seattle's defense from last year to say that they're better than the Rams this year, but this year, no.
Okay,
this year,
I can see them performing better. On paper, you cannot say they're better.
And especially now that they had to spend a ton of money to extend JSN. Well, that's just a big problem.
Have they extended him yet? Or I thought they have to still.
No, I think they
have.
They did extend him. They gave him a shit ton of money, but So last year they went 14-3. They got first place. This year I'm going to say they regress a little bit. They go to 12-5 and finish second place, which obviously still means they're probably the 5th seed and get to go play in the NFC South for the wild card game. But I just don't see.
Just swap with the Rams.
I just don't think they made any significant additions. If anything, I think their losses outweigh their additions. And
but that's kind of be expected.
It's always going to take a while. Now they have a new offensive coordinator, so I think this team might have a slow start and then pick up toward the middle of the season.
Filling in those hubs.
It's really going to depend how do the rookies directly replace those
If they
veterans.
don't do great, then I think that could be a problem for years to come. But I'm going to say this year they have a pretty high floor.
I would trust their.
I'm going to say
strategy,
they could still definitely win first place.
Oh yeah,
100%. But right now it's second place. Is what I.
They'll probably finish. Yeah.
And with that, I think that's a good way to end out this video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you have any ideas for future podcasts, be sure to let us know in the comments, and we'll see you all then.